What is up, everybody? This is Plarail Guy 1 here, and welcome to a double unboxing review of two 464 wheel arrangement locomotives. Now, these trains came from Japan. You can see here, Plarail and Plarail, which is Connor and the C61. Let's take a fast look at the package. S29, the Plarail series of the C61, has a functioning headlamp, 3 and up for ages, requires a C battery, not included. Takara Tomy. And here's the info in Japanese. Although I can't read in Japanese, but that's the info of the 661 history. And here's the bottom, which shows a drawing of the C61, which is a nice picture, and a little promo of the C61. I do like these type of packages; they're awesome. And here's the locomotive. Without a tender. Let's check the back. It takes a C battery. It's at the cap of the locomotive, just like Arthur, with a screw here. And it's just like Arthur. And it says, warning, choking hazards. And they are right. There are choking hazards around every corner. Now let's take a look at Connor's box. I do love the details. This is Thomas. Is Thomas a Friends engine? And 3 and up. Requires a AA battery, not included. There's a little Connor promo that I love. And there's a little Thomas promo that I also like. And here's Connor and his tender. Here's the info about Connor. And here's the bottom of the box of Connor. Says Thomas the Tank Engine, all the license info, and entertainment. And the little promo of Connor again. Another awesome promo. And here's the back. The screw at the front of the boiler and the chassis drive unit, all called a chassis drive unit, the Plarail chassis drive unit. It takes a AA battery on and off, and it says choking hazards again. And here's another promo of Connor. I don't know if you can see, but that's just a promo of Connor. Okay, so let's go ahead and unbox them. Okay, here we have these two locomotives. Also, I have to show you something. Here's this little carrier in the Plarail shop in Tokyo, and I don't know what's the other city called, but there's this little tab there, and a little cover for the C61. Unfortunately, I will not keep this one, but I will keep this one. Okay, let's take a look at the C61 first. Here's the coach. Made in Vietnam. Even though Vietnam, we don't, well, at Vietnam, they don't like us, but I like how they made these toys. It's a nice looking coach. It's just like in real life. Here's the tender. It feels like the 2012 Edwards tender to me. Or a little bit of Henry's because of these screws. Like on the Plarail Henry or the Tomy Henry, it has 3 screws to cover the wires and the coupling and the wheels. That's what, because it makes me feel like this is actually Henry's tender. Now let's take a look at the locomotive, the C61. I love the whistle, love the cab, I really love the details. Now as you can see here is a 464 in real life. C61 number 20 in the front. I'm not sure you can see, but it says C61 number 20. And here's the brass piping detail. That is excellent detail. I love it. I love a lot of details. I'm done with the C61. Let's move on to Plarail Connor. Let's take a look at the coach first. Even though this is actually from Gordon, it's actually a Green Express coach, but I really love this coach in the Plarail Connor because it's great in my mind. Let's take a look at the tender. This makes me feel like it's actually Spencer's tender. Makes me feel like it's actually Trackmaster Spencer's or even Plarail Spencer's tender because it's actually quite heavier than Trackmaster Connor's tender. Opening Trackmaster Connor. Here he is. Take a look at the tenders. As you can see, I really did customize Connor. Make him a teal color. Make him look, I don't know, cooler. Yeah. Let's take a look at a Trackmaster Connor tender. Like what Hank American Engine said. He said it feels like a troublesome truck or a truck, but it makes me feel like it's actually it makes me feel like Edwards tender and Gordon's tender. It makes me feel like this tender is like Edwards tender. That's what it feels like to me. Take a look at Plarail Connor. A 464. Another score. That's great. Tomy made in Thailand. What's interesting here is this 2013 Ghislaine Thomas Limited. That means this engine's actually made in 2013, and Canada Railways also made in 2013. So that's another score. And the one thing that bothers me with this Plarail Connor is this humongous face. I mean, the face is huge. It is totally huge. I mean, I do like the size of the locomotive, but the face, it's humongous. Wow. It's humongous than the Trackmaster Connor's face. Wow. Plarail Connor is a lot longer and a lot bigger than Trackmaster Connor. Before we put the batteries in these two locomotives, let's give them a length comparison. I'm not sure you can see, but with the Trackmaster Connor and the Plarail C61, they're actually the same length, but Plarail Connor is actually longer than these two. Wow. The Trackmaster Connor and the C61 are actually the same length, but Plarail Connor is actually longer. Plarail Connor is actually the longest. I'm quite surprised. I can't believe it. He's actually longer than these two. That's unbelievable. You know what? Let's give them batteries in. And let's hear their drive units. I'll go get a screwdriver. I'll be back. Okay. Got my screwdriver. And let's open the Plarail Connor first. Here we have the Plarail chassis drive unit. Well, I'll call it a AA chassis drive unit. Let's give a battery. Okay. Here we have some batteries for the C61 and the Plarail Connor. And it takes a AA battery and it's face forward, not even face reverse. This is actually the very first time a drive unit is actually facing forward for a battery. Can't believe it. Let's hear it. Another beautiful runner. I love it. Another amazing and quiet runner. Wow. That is magnificent, Tomy. You love to make these drive units quiet, don't you? Well, up next, the C61. Even though I used a AA battery for this locomotive because I'm not used to C batteries anymore. I'm actually used to AA batteries for now. Okay, here's the C battery drive unit, which is always a great drive unit. And let's hear it. Another quiet runner. That is magnificent. And you can hear her breathing with my dog Lou. She's quiet. She's sleeping now. My Lou. Okay, so let's get these two locomotives their very first runs. Just before we do the running, I saw on UC Wember's review of Plarail Connor, I saw he did the Trackmaster Connor with Plarail Connor sender and coach. And I thought that's an excellent idea. Now, some of you fans of Plarail Connor will be thinking, you should keep Plarail Connor to replace your Trackmaster Connor, but after this review, I will actually keep Trackmaster Connor with Plarail Connor sender. So, I don't like the Trackmaster Connor sender. For me, it's actually taller than Plarail Connor sender. It has 3 stripes. I forgot to mention that it has 3 stripes, and Plarail Connor has 2 stripes. And I don't like the Trackmaster Connor sender, so let's give Plarail Connor and the C61 their runs. We're at the railway. Here we got the C61 with the coach. And here we have Plarail Connor with his own coach and custom coaches. Now this one came with the AE Skyliner Plarail train. And these 2 custom coaches came from the Tomy and Clarabelle. So, let's give the Plarail Connor and the C61 their very first runs. Here we go. Wow, look at that line in the C61. Quite pretty, isn't it? Let's check out the hill climb with Plarail Connor. My goodness, that was a nice, awesome struggle of all time with Plarail Connor. Okay, both engines are switched to different tracks, and let's check the hill climb with the C61. This engine's actually running with a low battery, but that's a nice struggle. Before this video ends, let's give it a race with Trackmaster Connor and Plarail Connor. Trackmaster Connor battery is in. Let's give it a race. Let's go! Whoa. Look at Trackmaster Connor go! Poor Plarail Connor is at the back. Whoa, they're in the dark? Wow. Whoa. What looks like the winner is, wow, Trackmaster Connor. So YouTubers, there you have it. The double 464 Plarail real measurement unboxing review of Plarail Connor and the C61. They're both beautiful locomotives. I love them so much. And they're great in my collection. So, this is Plarail Guy 1 here saying thanks for watching and see you soon. There's a lot more reviews coming up.